Hey guys, welcome to Muse and Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel. It's really late at night, but you know what? That's how I get down. It's peaceful, it's quiet in my home right now. Again, I just felt drawn to do this. I just finished up with the reading for Divine Masculines, and so I just thought I would do it for my feminines tonight as well, so I'm not leaving you hanging. And again, you guys know how I get down. I've already shuffled. I've spread out the cards. You guys know my name is Aisha. Coming to you from Bay Area, California, your local healer, intuitive, spiritual advisor, muse, man, just so much more. Anywho, we're going to go on and dive in because it's late. I don't want to do a whole lot of talking. Typically, in the beginning of my readings, I always play a song, either from Divine Feminine to the Masculine or Masculine to Divine Feminine. Since this is a reading for you, my femmes, I'm going to play a song for you from my Divine Masculines. This is what they are feeling. This is what they would like to say. This song particularly is by RAAHIIM. That's R. It's so many people that go by that name, but he actually is spelled RAAHIIM. This is called You Love Me. Really interesting song, and I will say some of the lyrics as it plays so that you'll understand. I'm hoping that you'll close your eyes and just really listen closely. Again, it's RAAHIIM, RAAHIIM. You Love Me. That's also in the description box in case you forget. The decks that I use are also listed in the description box. I'm only using 3 today. I'm keeping it real simple because this is just specific messages to Divine Feminine from Divine Masculine. Again, all the information that you need is down in that description box. If you want to schedule a personal reading with me, you have the website down there, MuseAndMagic.net. If you'd like to attend, you're in the Bay Area, want to come to one of my sacred cuddle huddles or my silent retreats or my tantric workshops, then you can check us out at livelovetantra.info. Okay? MuseAndMagic.net for readings and livelovetantra.info for events. Okay? So let's just jump in. We're going to talk about the energies of the Divine Masculine right now, what's happening in his world, and what specific messages he has for you, Divine Feminines. But let's start this off with RAAHIIM. I do not own the rights to this music. However, the information and the title is listed in the description box. If you'd like to look him up, I think he's a really awesome artist. This particular song is very Twin Flame-esque. Okay, so just listen. As per usual, as you're listening, I am going to be mostly quiet unless I'm quoting some of the lyrics just so that you can hear what he's saying. And then also, I'm going to be giving you a healing. I feel for most of you, it really is definitely the heart chakra. I think you guys have done a lot of work on that throat chakra, so I think you're kind of clear and free on that. So what I will actually do, since I'm saying this, is for those of you who are not, who still need a little work there, I'll just give you a chakra balancing while we're listening to this song, okay? So if you can, sit up straight, or even if you're laying down, just make sure your spine is straight, and just pay attention to the words of this song, because this is a direct message to you from your Divine Masculine. The truth is I lied. Not to say I didn't try. Not to say I didn't try. Not to say I don't need you no more. This ain't mine. Things ain't right. I'm hurting cause it's not for me to say. I'm hurting cause it's my fault either way. Not over all the things I've done to make you hate me now. So how could I change now? How could I change now? Say you love me. Call this other shit I done, you love it. Even though we probably should be done to accuse it. But you won't believe it. That's just you love. That's just you love. Say you love love to accuse me, but you won't ever leave me. That's just you, love. Say you love me. Say you love this. Okay, I'm definitely filming this blackout because I don't feel like trying to be, in control of the camera right now. I did give you a little glimpse of that accidentally of the cards laid out, so you know it's real, okay? But I'm just going to keep it on the black screen so that I can kind of move freely and also just, again, not be concerned with lighting and holding the camera and whatnot tonight, okay? I just want to be in my free flow. I hope that's okay with you. Okay. So listen. We're going to dive in right now to the energies, the general energies of the masculines right now, okay? First thing we have is lake and stillness, okay? We have full moon, which is completion. We have river, which is movement. We have dawn, which is new beginnings. And we have fairies, earth magic. That's the first row up here. So stillness is basically really just, it looks like a lake or like a lagoon. Everything's very still, very green. And what this really represents for masculine is that he's really just being still right now as much as to be expected, as much as possible, as much as he possibly can. He still has work, he still has responsibilities and whatnot. He still has a relationship that he's trying to navigate through, right now. And so therefore there's really no movement right now, okay? There is a definite completion happening right now. This is more or less a completion of cycles, of karmic cycles, of old and dead contracts and whatnot. This is definitely a completion of certain phases and eras in, life. Again, thus the stillness is almost like you kind of have to be still in order to go through these completions, because for some reason, even though it says completion, what comes to mind is contemplation. So I feel like in this stillness, he's very much contemplating his life, contemplating his choices. Divine masculine is, okay? Then we move over to the river. It's a lot of water in this reading. Yeah. Because water is reflection, it's reflective, right? Water is purifying. And with river, water tends to know. You ever watch a river, just sit there and watch a river, the water flow through a river, and even though water may encounter obstacles, it could be a tree falling over, it could be a boulder, it could be, all kinds of debris, it could be things happening in that water to try and prevent it from flowing, but water doesn't turn back around and give up and go back in the other direction. No, it's going to flow. It's going to find a crack, a crevice, a way to make it through to its final destination. Okay, so that's what this movement is really about with the river. Even though it looks like it's being still, it's still moving. There's movement still happening. It's not just sitting there idle. It is moving. It is just learning, knowing, mastering how to navigate through the debris. Okay, I feel like that really means something for the masculine right now. And this is going to really onset or incite new beginnings. This is going to be a new, I feel like I heard Spirit say, just a new me all around me. I'm really just, God, thank you, Spirit. So if any of you are SWV fans, there is a song, or maybe it's not a song, maybe it's just maybe it's just an intro or outro or something. I don't know. But anyways, it's called New Beginnings. I forget which album this is on, so I can't give you all of that. But just look up New Beginnings by SWV. Just look it up. For some reason, Spirit gave that to me, okay? It's very short, very sweet, but it's just, they keep, pretty much singing, chanting New Beginnings. This is a new beginning for us, new beginnings. And of course, my girl Coco is blowing it, right? So, yeah, so this is about new beginnings, a new dawning, because this card is the dawn card, okay? So there's new beginnings on the horizon here. Um, there's earth magic, fairy magic. Again, this has come up again for a masculine. This came up, I think, last week in a reading for the divine masculine as well, for his general energies. This is really about, um, this is about magic, assistance from magic, okay? So this is the fairies. This is, again, ancestors. This is spirit guides. This is, you know, um, divine intervention is what I'm really getting at. This is the universe really just kind of coming through here and assisting in this movement, in these new beginnings, in this, even in this silent contemplation, which really is completion of things, but just in this silent contemplation, because that's what stillness represents for me. That's what it feels like. Okay, we have rain. Okay, which is right beneath the stillness. So again, in this stillness, there's purification. Lots of water. I feel like masculine, maybe even really purifying his own soul by, shedding some tears. It may not be specifically towards or about you, feminines, but this could be about thinking about loved ones that have transitioned, with the earth magic and the fairies, right? Thinking about where his life is right now with this stillness, thinking about new beginnings in this movement, and contemplating those things, because this is something that he really yearns for. But for a long time, he's felt very stuck, like he knows he wants something different and something new, just not knowing how to navigate himself there, how to set his GPS, how to manifested into reality, okay? Feeling very stuck and stagnant in his energy and in his environment, possibly, okay? Whatever that looks like for him. But this is about love. I feel like this is really divine and universe reaching out to him. This is you, feminine, reaching out to him in compassion and love, because this is two hands holding two sides of a heart, and it's just glowing from the inside. It's just full of light in the middle of it. So this is really about extending hands, almost like an olive branch. This is really about, unconditional love. It's really what compassion is about. So, yeah, this is about him also even coming into this space of compassion, having more compassion for himself and his situation and his choices, having more compassion for his divine feminine. And I feel like almost like this, I don't know why I feel like the olive branch coming up, because that's what this heart reminds me of. They both have their hands on it, just on different sides. And that just reminds me of two people reaching out, towards an olive branch. So, take that how that resonates. And this is going to basically bring forth harmony. Now, because the next card is music, and music is harmony, right? But do understand that just because there may be harmony, this does not mean that you guys are going to be back where you were. This does not mean you're going to come into some type of a quick, fast union, and then, there's wedding bells and all this. So be mindful of how this shows up. This is very Oshun energy with the yellows, right? So this is definitely the lover, I feel like, showing up, the goddess of love and whatnot, especially being next to the love and compassion card. But this is about maintaining or regaining, re. What do I really want to say? This is about, I'm saying all these re's, it must be Mercury retrograde, or the re's, but resurfacing, and, just, but it just feels more or less like this is more about, like, coming together, right? Reaching out this olive branch, coming together into some type of a reunion, okay? I'm not going to say union, it's very different. Reunion, coming back together, so that there is going to be some type of a harmonious, um, meeting, friendship, gathering. I almost want to say rekindling. These are words that are just coming up from spirit. So there's going to be something, and just take it as it resonates, because there's lots of different energies right now. So it's not just one story, but this is going to be almost like a rekindling, a coming back together of a friendship. Like, that's the harmoniousness. That is the harmony. or if it's not a literal coming back together of, it's just, this is going to cause a harmony, a harmonizing, okay, a harmony within the divine masculine, meaning a balancing of sorts, okay. Thus the stillness and the contemplation, the completion of, cycles, closing out of cycles, these new beginnings and earth magic, just universe stepping in, divine stepping in and taking the reins right now, and this compassion and love, and that is going to bring in harmony in more ways than one. And then he has the rainbow blessings card. So that's just so awesome, because blessings, the rainbow really just reminds me of the promise, right? Promises. Okay? All things beautiful. It reminds me of the vibration of the planet, like the density of the planet, because that really is measured by the amount of light and reflection, a reflective light, I want to say, that comes in, that we can actually see with, that we can see and feel, I want to even say, with our senses, right? Our eyes and it sounds kind of weird to use other senses to say that you can see with them, but I think you guys know what I mean when I say that you can sense with. Okay. So yeah, this is about promises, this is a really, and then water is here again. So this might be indicative that this is definitely some water sign energy, water signs. This is probably messages for sure for my water sign people. We'll confirm that a little bit later and see what comes up when I ask about that. And then winter solstice. And again, while this may not be water, it's snow, so still a form of water, So, okay, so I feel like for some of you, this may be a minute. It might not be until winter solstice, until holidays, before you actually hear from your masculine, before you actually come into this harmonious space with them where there's this at least communication or this reaching out of this olive branch, okay? Because he's undergoing major construction right now, okay, his whole life. But this is about reflection, and a couple of things are happening here. I think he's recognizing, some masculines are recognizing that you are the twin flame, that you are his soul's reflection. Diving a little bit deeper into that. Some of them are totally not even on that path. They're not awakened at all. So I don't know that they've even made the connection about a twin flame and what that means. They may think something about a soulmate or something to the tune of that, but just not as deeply as you may understand what twin flame is, my feminines. Okay, so these are just general energies that are going on around the masculine right now. Do not be discouraged for those of you who are, because I said winter, because remember, you know, time is really just an illusion. I'm saying winter solstice because it comes up, but this can also mean various things. It just could mean the changing of seasons, okay? But I don't want to encourage or discourage anyone about a union happening, because that's not what this reading is really about. When I'm going to come into union. Am I going to come into union with my twin flame? Because that is the addictive, not even addictive, but codependent slash, controlling behavior that we're trying to let go of, feminines. You don't want to focus on and stalk out your masculine. You don't want to be so obsessed with the masculine. You really need to be focusing on self-love and really how to let go of the masculine, so that you can pretty much open yourself up to how universe wants to bring you your blessings, okay, with the rainbow. And again, if that's in a high level soulmate who can stand in for the masculine and really just come to show you, teach you, bless you, bliss you, I say, then be open to how love shows up for you. Because your masculine, some of your masculines might not get together, especially if you're just coming on this path, just coming on. Oh no, your masculine, you might have a couple more years of this nonsense. You feel me? Before he really just kind of plugs in, tunes in to your energy and really starts going around. But these are things that are happening. Luckily for you, these energies are happening before you guys come into union, rather than you having to have met your twin flame or be already in the thick of it, and then now going through all of this drama, because I'm telling you, it is a very specific, very particular journey. And if you're with someone that you have not been through anything with, I would dare you to question whether or not that's your twin flame, because they show up to take you through the shit. You know what I mean? To reflect you, to heal you by breaking you down so that you can be rebuilt anew. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. So, feminine, what are your energies? You have DNA, karma, you have summer solstice, radiance, fog, veil. So, again, for some of you, maybe it's summer solstice that you will start hearing from your masculine. But what's going on with you with the karma? You're actually starting to reap karma, okay? This karma that you are reaping, though, is not what you think. People always think that karma is always something negative. No, you are genuinely a giving person, a loving person. You're pretty selfless. If you're watching this video, that is the type of feminine that I know I have attracted to this energy. So I'm not saying this because I'm trying to single out the feminines and, and smash on the masculines. No, that's not it. This really is the people who have been listening to this, my particular videos, are people, are feminines who are on the awakening path. You are on the path. You may not be woke all the way, okay, but you are on the path. You are on the path of self-transformation and transformation and evolution for yourself, really trying to become the best version of yourself, and you're hoping and wishing that for all those around you, but especially for your masculine. This has two snakes spinning around. It almost looks like a more colorful version of what you see on the medical buildings and those the medical buildings, and on people's business cards who are in the medical business for doctors and whatnot, this and that. The two snakes kind of wrapping around the damn, I just can't even think. I'm having a brain fart. Mercury shit. Anyways, but the point of the matter is, there's two serpents representing the DNA, and that's what the DNA looks like. If you look at the DNA strands, it looks like two serpents pretty much, just kind of like wrapping around and around each other. What am I really saying with this is that you're reaping good karma right now. You are about to really attract some wonderful, wonderful energies to yourself, meaning just abundance, an abundance of health, an abundance of wealth, an abundance of love, because of everything that you've put out. Because I feel like a lot of you have mastered or are mastering unconditional love. You're mastering oneness and an understanding of oneness and what that really means, to be connected to all things, to Gaia, to every living organism, to your divine masculine, to everything in existence. You could literally move mountains if you only knew that about yourself right now. You could literally speak and mountains would move, or will move. Summer solstice, again, this is radiance. This is about you. What comes up for me right now is I'm coming out. Diana Ross. I'm coming out. Listen to the lyrics of that song. That's what I feel like your theme song is right now for summer, okay? You radiant one. You radiant you. Like, things are getting ready to... you're even being able to be illuminated, so to speak, shown the light on, and I don't know whether it's just you because of your career or business or your talents, or just because your masculine may actually start to see you. You're going to have this certain type of radiance about you, this glow about you that is going to attract lots of people to you, lots of options, in love, and also in opportunities to make money, to manifest your dreams and your goals, okay? I really apologize if you can hear any disruption in the background. I really hope that stops. And then there's fog with veil. So things, yes, the fog is being lifted. The veil is being taken off. lifted, with this. And again, there's sun shining through the fog. So it's like, again, with the radiant vibes here, right? You can see all of the rays. And this is all about how you're also feeling, because when you come out of a dark place, I mean, you can't help but be the light. You know what I'm saying? You've already been in the trenches. You've been in the dark. You've been going through the initiation. You've been in your own prison. You know what I'm saying? You've looked in the mirror. You've been on the dark side of the moon. I mean, you've been there, done that, all of it. So this is a time for you to be reverenced, for the light to be shown upon you. Okay. So who is this reading for, and what are the special messages for those watching this video, Spirit? Using Moonology deck again. Again, prosperity lies ahead with new moon in Taurus. So we have Taurus, earth energies here. You and your loved ones are safe with new moon in Cancer. We have water sign energy here. But we have specifically Cancer. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. We have Virgo energy, earth sign energy again. So earth and water is very, especially waters, just throughout this whole reading. Okay. And then that's pretty much it, because I pulled enough cards. I pulled a few cards until Spirit told me to stop, and really that's where it stopped. So there weren't any other signs that came out, but we do have messages that came out. We have your commitment is being tested, okay, with the first quarter moon. Yes, your commitment, divine feminine, is being tested. Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. We have the supermoon with emotions are running high, which is true. And we just came out of, this eclipse energy. And again, with these planets in retrograde and other planets, or at least one particularly, getting ready to go into retrograde on the 22nd, I think, of this month. I believe that's Jupiter. I need to check that, though, to be sure. But yeah, emotions are running high. This has been a really tough couple of weeks, feminine. I feel like that's why there's so much water. Even you've been having a lot of emotions come up, just a lot of clearing going on. Okay, in multiple ways, but mostly showing up in tears. I just feel that just letting go, just cleansing, clearing. Blue moon, believe in the impossible. This is disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. This is fixed moon. Hold your vision. And we have full moon eclipse, which is conclusions are within reach. Okay, so those are very, powerful messages right there. Just that alone. Again, you and your loved ones are safe. And I feel like that just comes up because, again, I've had some talk in the past readings of magic, someone doing magic. And even though it felt like it was more or less towards the masculine, but this magic was also done, I feel like, towards some of you, because, again, magic doesn't have to be someone really practicing magic. What that's really saying to me is just kind of spelling, because that's what really comes up, spelling over your life and over your relationship. You have to be careful who you tell your business to. You have to be careful who you let in, because many people do not understand this twin flame journey. And if anybody even knew all of what you've gone through, they would totally think you were crazy. Okay. So that it's just confirmation, because that's kind of been on the wind for me for the past couple of weeks, to just really be protective over your energy, and also your divine masculine and his energy. Because, again, your words are your wand, right? Your words are spells. You can either speak life or death upon a situation. And I do feel like these other characters that are involved in the masculine's life, these other women, third-party situation, it could even be people that are close to him, whatever it is, are still speaking recklessly, and have spoken recklessly and ill towards your connection. It could just be a friend saying, "Oh man, you need to stop tripping. You need to go. You already in a relationship. You need to stop tripping. That ain't even no real shit. That ain't even really no twin flames don't exist. Any of that. But whatever it is still spelling over your situation or your connection. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to be that somebody's literally in there, you know, you know, doing candle work or sacrificing, animals or you know what I'm saying? Not any of that. I'm just saying, but it, just be very mindful of, again, who you share your business with. Be very mindful um, of the energies that are surrounding you, even if they're energies that are not close to you. You just still want to be very protective over your energy. For some of you, I just think you need to just really clear your energy, honestly. You can do that with a spiritual bath. You could do that by smudging your home, smudging yourself. I don't know. That just came up, and I just feel like I needed to say that. Okay, so what are the special messages from your divine masculine to you, feminine? What does he want you to know right now? Right now, he is really thinking about you in paradise. Like, you are his paradise, you're his joy. He's thinking about the playfulness that you bring to the situation, the oneness that he feels when he's with you, and just really enjoying each other. In fact, I think some of them are actually thinking about being on vacation with you, a vacation with you that never happened, a vacation with you that they promised you and didn't come into fruition, or maybe a vacation you were able to take once together. Um, um, this is really like a beach setting, palm tree, sun. So maybe that means something to you, like missing those moments where you guys used to lay out at the beach or go to maybe, who knows, tropical places together, or whether you travel together, or could have been Southern Cal for those of you in Cali, who knows, just, but the beach represents something for some of you. It does mean something to someone. But most importantly, you do represent, joy for him. When he comes together with you, there's happiness, there's joy, there's expansion, there's an upgrade. Every time you come together with your masculine, there's an upgrade that happens for the both of you. Okay? I think the difference is the masculine ends up getting afraid of that spark of an upgrade, and so he starts running again and shuts you off. Whereas for my feminines, you get the upgrade and you run with it. You know what I'm saying? You run like the wind with it, and that has been the triggering and the ignition to your transformational growth, right? To your awakening. Healthy choices. So he's really just trying to figure out how to make better choices. He's contemplating choices he's made. Um, in love and in life altogether. He's really focusing on or learning very hard lessons in self-love and self-care and being happier, okay? He is ascending. He is getting through obstacles, transcending obstacles. He is working on expansion. A new phase of his own life. He is preparing for union. He really does want to provide the both of you with this ascension, okay? Um, but I feel like there's a but just give me time, okay? This is not happening overnight. Um, Again, the chaser, it's been a very codependent relationship for both of us. There's been fear of abandonment, and I have fear of abandonment issues, so I need you to just bear with me, as I'm healing, you know. We have the butterfly, so yeah, this is about healing. It's about transformation and evolving, but also healing the inner child, and that is major for divine masculines, healing the inner child, because many, many, many of them have childhood wounds. Again, suffering from abandonment, maybe parents that have crossed over or transitioned too soon, one or two parents, parents that have they've lost to being on to street life, just being on drugs, or maybe alcoholism, or just something that just took the parent out of being present in the home. Even if they were physically present, they just weren't emotionally, or you know what I'm saying, just emotionally present for them, just not really there. I'm healing my heart. I've suffered from heartbreak. I still haven't gotten over it. I'm going through heartbreak for some of them. I'm trying to get free from this toxic relationship. I'm really dealing with my own addiction. So, I'm just healing on so many different levels. And this is just kind of confirmed because next to that is the addiction card. So this codependency, whether it's obsessively drinking, alcohol, obsessively smoking, um, but it's obsessions, you know, um, obsessively attracting people who don't have my best interests at heart, people who are hurt and wounded, needy, just very needy and clingy and dependent upon me, who don't really know how to show me love, but for some reason I'm attracted to that shit. Not so much attracted in a way that's sexy and that's beautiful, but attracted in a way that, it makes me feel longed for and wanted and needed, but at the same time, it's this twisted kind of bizarre way. It reminds me of my childhood issues of not feeling seen or heard or loved, because they're showing up for me because I have something to offer, not because they love me. That's why they stay. These other women, these other relationships, okay? So yeah, this is really getting through that, learning how to let go of obsessiveness, possession, obsession, controlling behavior. Um, just I'm looking at this because this is restraint. It's like there's this handcuff, and the handcuff, it looks like it's hooked to a heart on here. But really, what that's saying to me is just whatever you're cuffed to and chained to and just can't get away from, cut away from, whether it's the addictive behaviors, whether it's again, literally addictions to, the alcohol or drugs or, whatever it may be. But, just being a bit in bondage and really struggling through trying to free themselves of that. Okay. The dragonfly, be lighthearted. Finding out things. I'm finding out things. Things are coming to light, and I'm trying to adapt to this change and heal at the same time. It's a lot. My world is shaking up. I feel like that's directly also um, connected to the healing and to the heartbreak. And that's so funny that I would say that because the heartbroken card is right next to that. So healing heartbroken, a lot of heart chakra energy going on here, right? Um, deeply hurt. I'm deeply hurt and I'm sad about our separation. You know, I'm feeling very lost. I'm feeling beat up. I'm going through a breakup. Even if this breakup hasn't physically happened right now, there is shit hitting the fan. So it's like they're just literally prolonging the inevitable. Okay. Um, Now again, this could be a very specific woman in their life. This could be a specific lifestyle. This could be a specific way of living. This could be many different ways this heartbreak can show up, or uh, grieving and mourning. You know, something of the past. Okay, something, someone, some way of the past. Okay, talking. I do yearn to speak with you. I do yearn to open up like we used to. I do yearn to have those conversations like we used to, talk about things, vibe like we used to. So I am interested in conversing more. I really am. Um, I reread your messages you sent me. I reread them or I remember them, replay them in my head, or conversations we've had. I await your messages to arrive in your phone calls, okay? Um, I I'm gonna text, I'm gonna call. I am hovering. I'm watching you, okay? Um, so if they haven't reached out yet, then this feels like there's gonna be a message coming in very soon. Some type of a conversation. Maybe it could be through text, through email, through a phone call. And it's just going to seem very random, actually. It's going to seem very random. That's what it feels like anyways. But we'll see. What else comes up? I'm going through a breakup. Yes, this comes up again, separation. I really want to stop this cycle, this pattern that I've been in. I really want to stop break up this pattern as well of this silent treatment and this abandonment and abandoning you with the axe. So I'm working on that. I'm just trying to figure it out in my head. Self-indulgence. So I'm focusing on myself right now, on my self-worth. It's time for me to heal. I'm doing some shadow work. I don't even think that they're doing it purposely. You know, it's like it's just happening by happenstance. Not that there's even such thing as happenstance, because nothing happens, accidentally. All things are, by divine design. But I'm also working on self-appreciation. I'm very passionate about you. So don't ever think that there was never chemistry, because there is. It's insane chemistry, as a matter of fact. I love you equally. I like you, love you, I'm attracted to you equally. Yeah, the passion is there. Don't ever doubt. That's what I feel like is coming up. Don't ever doubt. No matter what happens now or moving forward, just don't ever doubt that there was passion there, that I cared for you, that I love you, and that I hold a special place for you in my heart. Okay, the Phoenix. We love the Phoenix. The Phoenix is truly just a representation of transformation. This is about a new phase of rekindling. This is about things being renewed. Again, with the transformation and growth, a change of mind. So, I'm changing my mind. I'm going through some things. My mind is changing, is more accurate. My mind is changing. I'm going through a change. I just need time. This takes time, and this is in time and in cycles. It's just time for me to heal, and there's time to start seeing and embarking upon progress, to inciting progress in my life. Okay? So that's the last message. Maybe I'll pull one more from the Love Oracle cards. Let's just see. Ooh, shoot, that's a lot of cards to shout out. Can't take all of those. It's too many. What else you want to say, masculine? Oh my gosh. This card just will not leave us alone, feminines. This is the Ace of Spades. So this is the hand of cards. It says take a chance, take a risk, being strategic, options not showing hand. So in essence, the masculine is really showing up or wanting to tell you that, he's trying to take a chance. He wants to take a chance and a risk. But he's also being very strategic. He's also weighing his options, and he's definitely not sharing his hand. I mean, it's like gambling, he's not sharing his hand to, this third party situation or the karmic, but he's also not showing his hand to you. It's almost like I feel like I have to keep things quiet so that I don't risk, there being a breach of security. Okay, and I'm saying that because that came up in the last reading for the masculine. So that I don't risk there being a breach in security. I'm protecting you, I'm protecting me, I'm protecting, may not seem like it or look like it, but I'm actually protecting our relationship, plain and simple, Okay, so, that's it. That's all. I thought this was going to be an extremely quick reading because I didn't use all of my decks. I just pulled a few cards. I just used like 3 decks, and sure enough, we're still at 45 minutes, and I'm not worried about the time. If you're not, I just thought I would give you a quick message, and it was a little bit longer, like twice as long as I thought it was going to be. But hey, in all you're getting, get understanding. Just know that change is on the horizon, that love is the highest vibration of all. Love heals all things, all wounds. Um, and love, the truth about love is that it is unconditional. It's without strings. It's without control. Okay? And as the song said in the last reading that I did for the masculine, it was Ty Dolla Songs with Music Soul Child, which came up, as a message from my feminines, because I know you guys understand this more than anything. Nobody ever owns anyone. It's just your turn. Be present, be in the moment with your experience with this journey. Remember that it is definitely, a journey, not a destination. And that all is well. All is as it should be. You are where you are at this such time as you should be. Your masculine is where he is because that's where he should be. Nobody is behind time. This is not Alice in Wonderland. There's no white rabbit running, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late, and checking the clock. No, you're where you're supposed to be. But again, I will say this because this has just been a theme. It is in the letting go that we actually gain a grip. So if you are comfortable and unafraid to lose everything, if you're comfortable and unafraid to reckon with the fact that you may not come into union with your masculine this lifetime, when you are unafraid of the outcome, it frees your soul, it frees up your life, and that is when you'll start seeing energies change, energies moving. Okay? Remember to take good care of yourself, to love yourself up. Until next time, wholeness, wellness, and optimal health and abundance to you.